Sinisa is not yet here. Tayong, Evel. Si Sinisa hindi pa nakapasok. Anyway, no, I hope or rather he comes in soon. Okay. Yes, Abel Tayong is present. So, have you passed your assignment? We are going to discuss them today. And then I'm going to introduce a new program here, and then which is used for computing the grade, converting an exam score into a grade, and then determining whether it's a passing grade or not. There's an example there already, no? You have an assignment there already, no? You are going to due on Monday, no? Okay. You are going to convert to extend the Fahrenheit to Celsius program and determine whether it's beyond fever or not, no? You know that people will have fever if their temperature goes above or 37.5 and above Celsius. Do you follow? This is the next assignment, due on Monday. On Wednesday, we will have a new lesson, okay? Any questions so far? So, wala namang nawawala dito sa kabila, no? Si Sinisa lang ang expected natin, okay? We expect Sinisa to come, okay? And then, the answer to the solution to the assignment is already posted, okay? Nandito na ba? I'm sorry na. Ito, no? Solutions to programming exercises. Okay, so anyway, no? Just wait for Sinisa. Nandito na siya. Okay. Rupert Art, Sinisa. Okay, you're finally here. We're waiting for you. I hope nobody else is lost in the old, no? So far, wala pa. I'm monitoring the, no. Okay. The old classroom. Okay, so anyway, let's proceed now, okay? So, if you download, no? If you look at, there's already solutions to the this, no? You can download this. This is your assignment, okay? And then I will give you another assignment, okay? It's already there anyway. Any questions? Okay. There are people who emailed me regarding the correctness of the no, because I have corrected the code anyway, no, because there's a missing minus. And anyway, some people will use a CB12 or a CB11, but it's all right for me, no? I'll explain that later when we reach that part. Okay, we follow. Now, we are supposed to compute the sum of the first four numbers, right? So, who did this? Was able to do this? And we have here a solution for the fourth factorial, okay? Nandito yung fourth factorial. What's the difference between the factorial and sum? Anyone? So I'm going to stop monitoring the other in a while kasi it's annoying my attention, okay? Sum is addition, factorial is multiplication, okay? Here's our code, no, for the summation of 4. Who got this? This is our code for the sum of the first four numbers, okay? I'll just delete this for the moment. I'm going to explain this again, no? For the benefit of those who want to know how to make this work. If Gano is here. So we have the same part, no? The first 10 are the same. In fact, these are the ones that are used to initialize the values. Okay. You have N004, so this becomes 4. Anyway. N0011, okay, and N0021, okay. Do you follow? We are trying to initialize the values here, no? So 000 is our next addend. As usual, this is our next multiplier. Since this time we are going to add, this is now our next addend. This is our constant decrement, and this will be our partial sum. No longer the partial product. Okay. We set up the first partial product times L002. So L002 is 1. And L004 is 4. Not the partial product, but the partial sum. Okay. 1 times 4 is 4. Okay. And we put this at S002. This is our first partial sum. Okay. That does it all. The first times need not be changed. Okay. Do you follow? You don't have to change the first times because it sets up the first partial sum. Okay. So the minus here is used to compute the next addition, addend. And the plus is used to compute the next partial sum. Okay. Do you follow? Minus L, what is this? Anyone? What's the value of ingress axis with L00 at this point?
4. 4, sir.
4. Because this is 00 is our next addend. What are we doing here? We are computing the next addend. Okay, because 4 minus 1 is 3. What we are going to do with this value 3 is add it to the value 4, diba? Because this is next to be added to the value 4. Okay. So, and then we S00. So this becomes 3. Can you see my worksheet? Klaro ba? Klaro pa ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. A little more. Okay, do you follow? So the next is we compute the next partial sum. With plus S002. What's S002? Yeah,
4.
4, yes.
4.
0 is 3. So we compute the next partial sum. 4 plus 3 is 7. Do you follow now? No? Those of you who had a hard time understanding this? No? And then we store this S002. This becomes 7. Okay? Do you follow? So our next partial sum is 7. Okay? And then we compute the next addend. We do a minus. The last addend is a L00. It's a 3. Minus our constant decrement. 3 minus 2. This becomes a 3 minus 1. This becomes a 2. And then we store it to 0, 0. So 2 will be our next addend. What are we going to do with 2? We are going to add this to the last sum, which is 7. So 7 plus 2 ang next. Do you follow? What is this? L002. This is 7. Right? 7 plus 2. Because 00 is now 2. So this becomes 9. And we compute this, we store this to our next partial sum. This becomes 9. So it's very much like the factorial. Okay. Any questions? And then we do a minus of L00. So compute the next addend. L00 now is 2. Okay. L001 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And then we store it here. So 1 will be our next addend. What are we going to do with 1? We are going to add this to 9. So our next operation is a plus. This is a 9. This is a 1. 9 plus 1 is a 10. Okay. And then we sum it here. We add it here. And then we do a PBH. P means print the last egress, which is 10. And ring a bell to awaken the sleeping attendant and then halt the program. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay.
Ay, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I have a question. Sa program ginapart, sir, which is L00, L001. As is na na siya, sir.
Which line?
Like,
Anong line
Ano,
number?
sir? Yes, sir. Kani A, ganin, sir, natin Merag Part A.
28
Yes,
ba?
sir. Yes, sir. Kanang L00, L001, S00, as is na na sila, sir.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Because this is used to compute the next addend. And we store the next addend to 000 dito in this column. It repeats until
okay.
we get the until 1, no? Of course until 1, no?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now the sum of the first 4 numbers. The average of the first 3 numbers, no? No loop. Okay. So mas madali ito ngayon. What's the difference between average and sum? Anyone? Now we are going to compute the average, this sum of 3 numbers. So N003 siya, di ba? Anyone?
The sum, sir, is the answer divided by the number of items.
Oh, okay. So anyway, that's correct. No? You have stored it here. Next, N003, di ba? But what's the problem with this? This is going to be changed, right? Can we divide the result with 000 at the bottom here? Just divide. Can we do that?
No.
Rupert? Okay, where is talking? Can we just divide the result again with N00?
No, sir.
Anyone can help Rupert here?
No, sir. Because the value of S00 will change.
Will change. It will be lost at the end. Diba?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's useless. It becomes 1. And if you divide it with 000, it's the wrong average because you're supposed to divide it by 3, not 1. Okay. So anyway, let's just proceed how we go. So we have to use a third variable, a fourth variable here, no? Which will be kept constant so that it's not lost. You can do another N003, N003 here. Okay. So you can use your own style, no? Programs depend on the preference of the programmer, no? Okay. How did we do that? We have added here, no, in line 12, S003, because what we are doing here, when we say 001 and 003, we are trying to multiply. The result is 3. Okay, rather 3. So we store it here as the partial sum, and we also store it here as the divisor. Do you follow? Average divisor here in this column. Do you follow? So 003, the variable 003 will be used as our final divisor. Okay? It will not be lost along the process. Okay? So minus L00, what's this? The next addend is 3, no? Okay? And 001 is always 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, the next addend is now 2. You follow? Right? Okay. And then we do a plus of L002. What's L002? Anyone? You're following?
3, sir.
3. No, it's the last partial sum. We are going to add it with 0, which is 2. Sorry, no. That's the next, no? That's 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. And we store it to S002. So this now becomes 5. Okay. Any questions? So we repeat again. We compute the next addend. Okay. What's L00? This is now 2. What's L001? It's still a 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And we store it here. Our next addend is 1. Do you follow? Take note, our divisor did not change. But our partial sum and our next addend has changed already. Okay? Diba? Any questions? Okay, I think it's self-explanatory. Okay, let's proceed. We compute the next partial sum. L002 is 5. 0 is 1, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. And we store it here as our next partial sum. This becomes 6. Any questions so far? Now, we have computed the last addend, which is 1. So therefore we stop here and then we proceed to division. L002. What is L002? Anyone? 6.
6.
Yeah, 6. That's our sum. What's 003?
3.
Did not change. So that's the important point here now. No, if you haven't saved it there, we cannot divide it with 001, 000 because 000 has now become 1. Okay. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And we store it to our here. So that's the average of the first 3 numbers. And then we do a PBH. You can download this now. You can download this worksheet already. Okay. Any questions? Average with loop. Now this is the crucial part because we want to do the average with loop. Okay. Take note that the first 12 are the same. Do you follow? Do you follow? Any questions here? Let me erase this. With looping na tayo, no? So the pass of the head of our loop is this. And then we have the run up lever. Okay. N003. So this becomes 3. This becomes 1. This becomes 1. And then we times 002, which is 1 with 3. This becomes. This is our first partial sum. Okay. This becomes 3. So we save it to our next partial sum, which is 3. At the same time, being the first pass, what will we do? We save it to our divisor here so that it's not lost. It's the same concept. Okay? Do you follow? It's the same concept. And then we proceed. Minus L00, our next addend. What is this? 3. Okay. 001 is 1. 3 minus 1, 2. This becomes 2. Okay. What's the run up lever here?
0, sir.
0. We're not going to use it at this point, no? But we're just trying to demonstrate how it's being computed. So S000, so this becomes 2, which is our next addend. Okay. Any questions? Plus L002. What's this?
3, sir.
Yes. L00 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. What's the run up lever?
Still 0 po.
Yeah, because it's positive. And we store 5 to S002, so this becomes 5. Okay. Why are we doing this? Because the analytical engine does not have a printer or a monitor. Okay. It can only punch, no? So that's why we are doing it as a simulation. Some of you will use CB11 here because the document here, the document actually says start counting to the next. Diba? It's my mistake, no? Anyway, you can use CB12. Okay. The correct is CB12 because the actual document didn't have a minus here. I inserted the minus. Okay. Any questions? But if you want to follow this, this is clearer, so I'm using this. Okay. Although this does not follow the document strictly. Okay, L001. What's L001? It's what's the value of 001? What are we doing here? We are testing the condition for continuation. Okay. If the run-up lever is set, we will continue. Otherwise, we will repeat. Otherwise, we will proceed to the next. Okay. This is the testing for the condition for termination. L000. No, L001 pala is 1. No? It didn't change. And 000 is now 2. 1 minus 2?
1, sir.
Negative 1. Diba? Tama ba? Negative 1? 1 minus 2, negative 1. Right? So what's the run-up lever?
1,
1,
sir.
sir.
1. Because
1,
it's
sir. 1.
CB11. Right? So we'll go to the second pass. No? We will not, which means we are not going to do this. But we are going to go back 11 steps. Do you follow? So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, if you use 12, it's okay, but you start counting here. Okay. So what are the last values? So that we are not lost. The last values for our next addend is 2. You know how to trace it. This is 1. It didn't change. Our partial sum is 5. And our average divisor is 3. It didn't change anyway. No? Okay. Okay, let's proceed now. So we go back to the top of the loop. L00 is 2. Okay. L001 is 1. 2 minus 1? 1. No? What's the run-up lever here? 0. Okay. Okay. Any questions? And then we store the next addend, which is 1 to 2. 2, 0, 0, 0. That's our next addend. Okay. It's from 2, it now becomes 1. And then we compute the next sum of 5 and 1. L002 is 5. L00 is 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay. And we store it to the desired variable, which is S002. This is now our partial sum. Tama na ba? 1 to this is now the last, supposedly. No? Now we compute for the condition for continuation. L001. What's L001? It's 1 always. L00 is 1. It's 1 now, right? 1 na siya dito. 1 minus 1 is 0. What's the run-up lever?
0.
0. So where will we proceed? Will we go backwards or forward?
Backward, sir.
O hindi, backward. Kasi 0 naman.
Forward, sir.
Forward. Okay. What will we do? We divide the sum. The sum is L00, which is 6. No? And our divisor, which was not changed, 3. Diba? Hindi nag-change. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And we store it here as our average. No? That's the final result, and we do a PVH. Any questions? None. So the other part is Celsius to Fahrenheit. We are going to compute, no? Now, earlier, no, in my other class, someone asked me, what will happen? Will it matter if you divide first or multiply first? No. Di ba? So, the formula is Celsius times 9 divided by 5, okay, plus 32. Of course, you have to multiply and divide before the plus, no? It's going to get the wrong values. Okay, so this is 200 in Celsius. You can use any value. Okay, and 9 is our multiplier, 5 is our divisor. We just inverted this from our Fahrenheit to Celsius computation. Do you follow? First thing to do is multiply it by 9. You can also divide it by 5 if you like. No? L00 is 200. Okay, multiply it by 9, it becomes 1,800. We don't need the run-up lever here. No? We store it to 0, 0, this becomes 18. Then we divide it by 5. Okay. L00, this is 1,800 or 1,800. No? Divided by 5 from 002. Okay, this is 002. Oh. The answer is 360. We store it here. And then finally, we will add the value 32 to 360. So the answer is 392 Fahrenheit. Any questions so far?
Sir,
Yes, James.
okay lang ba sir kung iba ang program or order pero same lang ang answer?
Yes, what did you do first? You plus 32? Pwede rin,
Yes
no?
sir, plus.
Pwede una, hindi pwede unang 32. Magkamali, di ba?
Ay hindi.
You can either divide by 5 first or multiply by 9 first.
Sige sir.
Do you follow? Any other questions? Thank you, no? Okay, do you have an Excel there? Or if you don't have, I'd like to show you a sample program. You're doing programming also at the same time, right? In your other class?
Yes sir, computer programming.
Yes. Now, did you reach the branching part? Anong part na kayo ngayon? In that case, do you already discuss if then else statements?
Wala pa, sir.
Didn't start pa, sir.
So, di ba? Mag-start pa, no? Di ba? In C, what are you using? C++ or C# or Python?
Python, sir.
Python. Ano ba
Python, sir.
if then else sa Python? Sino teacher? Sa Python, pag mag-if condition ka, ganito yon. Okay. If B is greater than A, print this. Do you follow? Do you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, wala pa kayo dito, no? Banawan, okay. He's my student. Many times. Okay. So anyway, if this is the case in Python, we are trying to check if B is greater than A, we do this. And then we can have an else, right? How do you do this in the analytical engine? Anyone? If you have a condition, we will use the CF. Okay. Now, I have an example there. Okay. Which is grade computation. Can you download that? The example. Because you are going to use this in your next assignment. Oh, nawala. Sandali lang na. Grade computation. Is it there? Ito, no? Can you download this? Okay, do you follow? If you take an exam, how do you compute the equivalent grade of the score you get from an exam? Anyone? There's a popular formula, no? Score over items times 100 minus B plus B, base. Quantity 100 minus base plus base. What do you mean by base? All subjects use a base of grade computation. Do you follow? The base represents the lowest grade. Do you follow? So if you get a base of 40, which means that the lowest possible grade you can get is 40. Okay? So that's a grade, that's a base we are using. No? If the basis of the grade is 0, base 0, it means that the lowest grade you can get is 0, right? Which means that, okay, you're lucky if you have base 40, because even if you're 0, right away it's increased to 40, okay? So the formula is score over items times quantity 100 minus base plus base. Okay, so we store it in variable 0, the base, and then the score in variable 1, the items in variable 2, and the grade we will compute in variable 3. Okay, and then 100 being a constant, we just store it here. No, do you follow? Okay, and then we have N0051, 005. Yeah, that's 1. 1 is our true, 0 is our false. N0060, which is false. Do you follow? We store them in a variable, so that when the grade is passing, we use this, no, variable 5, and if the grade is failing, we use variable 6. Okay, now let's look at how the if then else is done. Now, can they do it? Yes. In fact, that's the point of Countess Ada Lovelace, no? Countess of Lovelace, Ada King, that you can do branching and looping in the IAS. As old as it is, as primitive as it is, no? It doesn't prevent you from creating complicated programs. Do you follow? Anyone? Okay, let's go through this. Okay. Ginawa natin dito 74.999 or 75 na lang, no? 74.999. Can we do that here? Anyway, we are given that the IAS can compute floating point decimal numbers. Ibig sabihin, pwede kaya niyang mag-decimal, okay? What's the first thing to do? Score over items. So score is 001 and items is 002. We divide them. Okay. 60 divided by 100 is 0.6. The run-up lever is not used, so we'll disregard it. And we store it to the partial grade, which is 0.6. Okay. The next thing to do is to subtract. No, we are going to compute 100 minus B. Okay. Do you follow? No. Incidentally, 60 din siya, but it's not the same because the first 60 is our score. Okay. Okay. 60 ba? 60 over 100. Is it passing? 60 over 100? I'm not sure, no? I find out why, no? Whatever the result is. Okay, 100 minus base. So 00 itong base. And 004 is the score, 100, no? The constant 100. 100 minus 40 is 60. And then we store it to 007. It is this quantity of 100 minus base. We already had score over items, which is 0.6. Okay, and we are going to multiply the score with 100 minus base. 0.6 times 60 is Is that correct? 0.36? Yes, 0.36. No? That's 36. Okay. So we store it here. Yeah, we now have computed score over items times 100 base. 100 minus base. What the next thing to do is to add the base. Okay. Plus B. Our base is in 000, so we are going to add L000 and with the last grade, which is 36. Okay. 40 plus 36, which gives us 76. Si Swingly, no, matagal na pasok. Anyway, before I forget, Swingly is here. The first name? Ano apelyido ni Swingly?
Sir, yes, sir. Nawala connection, sir.
Yeah. What's your na-check ko na ba attendance mo? Yes, no, it's okay, no. You just re-entered anyway, no. So we have 76. Is this passing or failing? Remind me, no, if I go out of the schedule. Makalimutan ko. Anyway, no. Wala pa tayong time, right? Five, 6:40. 5:10 to 6:40. 6:40. Bakit ang haba, no? Do you follow? Okay. Anyway, after this, I will not introduce a new topic, okay? We'll start a new topic next meeting. I'm just going to explain the assignment, okay? 7. Okay. The assignment is an if then else. Is this passing or failing?
Passing, sir.
Passing.
How do we check if it's passing or failing? Meron tayong passing grade dito, 74.99 in variable ano. Okay? We'll check if grade is greater than 75, right? In Python. Okay? But we do not have a greater than comparison here. Di ba? Passing ito. Right? So what we are going to do is subtract 75 from it. Or the passing grade is 74.99. Okay? We'll do a minus. 74.99 is our greatest failing grade. L03, which is 76. So this is 1.01. What's the run-up lever? What's the run-up lever?
0.
0. Okay? Do you follow? So our result. No, the run-up, sorry, I'm sorry. No, mali, di 0. It's -1 man, so 1 siya.
Excuse me, sir. Ang L003, sir, kay 36.
36 ba? 76 na. 003 ba? 76 man ang passing natin. Sorry, mali ito, no? 76. This should be 004. I'm sorry. I'll update the ano, no? Bakit? L. Okay. 76 pala, no? Sorry, no? I'll update the example, okay? 76 on -1 yan, okay? Do you follow? So since 1, we'll move forward 4 times, no? Okay? Dito natin ilagay ang result sa 009. And 009 is initially what?
No value.
Dapat S009 dito natin ilagay. We assume that it's ano, let me just insert it here, no? we assume that it's the result, we store it here. So we'll say, okay. Okay. We'll multiply, no? May kulang, no? I'm sorry for that, no? We'll assume that the result is a failing grade. Do you follow? Do you follow? We'll say L005, and then we'll have L006 times, and then we store it to 009. Okay, because we will assume this is 1, this is 0. Okay, and then 1 times 0 is 0, right? And we store it here to 9. So we assume that it's a failing grade. Do you follow? At the beginning, I'm sorry, I'll update that. No. Okay, the website, the regular class, no? So at the bottom here, if you look at that, no? Okay, if it's a failing grade, this will be positive, right? When this will be positive, our result will be 0. Nandito na pala sa dulo, no? I'm sorry, hindi na pala kailangan. Nandito pala sa dulo ang times, oh. Nandito pala, I've repeated it. I'm sorry, I placed it in the beginning, so we'll have to remove this, okay? Tama na pala yun, so I don't have to update. I'm sorry, I'm lost here, no? So here, this is our final, right? This is our final. We are trying to compute. We are going to assume that it's a failing grade, and then subtract it from 75. Do you follow? Nandito na pala, no? We assume that the results, subtract it from 75. If it's negative, where should we go? Since it's negative, shall we move forward or backward? Anyone? Forward. Ibig sabihin, we will not do a PBH. If it were a PBH, it were correct failing grade. Do you follow? But since we will skip this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, pwedeng 3 lang, no? If you follow the documentation. Pero here we have 4. So we have times L005 is 1. That's our passing grade. 1 times 1 is 1. And then we store it to 009. That becomes 1. And then we do only then will we do a PBH. Do you follow? So this is the equivalent of if grade is lesser than, okay, if grade is greater than 75, we mark it pass. Otherwise, we mark it fail. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any questions? So this is an equivalent in Python. No equivalent in Python. If G is greater than 75 or 74.99, you say print it is a passing grade. Otherwise, else it is a failing grade. Do you get my point, everyone? Which brings us to your next assignment. Simple lang, no? Simple lang ito. Okay. Ito, no? You pass it on Monday. On Wednesday, we'll have a new topic. So you have a Fahrenheit to Celsius, right? Everyone? I have given the example. This time, you assume it's a temperature from a given person and the thermometer is in Fahrenheit. You convert it to Celsius and predict, or rather compute, whether the person has fever or not. Do you follow? Do you follow? So if the converted temperature is 37.5 or above, no? Let me just edit this, no? Edit ko lang, no? Then you say 1, yes. Otherwise, you say false, or 0. Okay. 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 It's there now. Any questions regarding the assignment? This is simpler, no? Okay. You output 1 if the resulting temperature is equal or above 37.5. Otherwise, output 0, which means there's no fever. Any questions so far? Pass that on Monday, no? Do you follow? So what we are trying to show here is that no, the analytical engine is a computer by itself. No, it can do simple looping, it can do if then else, like a modern programming language. Any questions so far? Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, sa grade computation, pag failed ang grade ng student, blanco lang yung sa baba, sir, yung baba ng PBH.
No, it will just print 0, di ba? It will print 0 by P. B, it will ring the bell, and it will halt. It will not proceed here anymore. Do you follow?
Yes, sir, thank you, sir.
Or in Python pa yon, if grade is greater than 75, we will proceed here before we do a PBH. Otherwise, we will go here. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Diba? Parang if then else siya, diba? If then else. If it's greater than 75, output a 1. If it's not greater than 75, output a 0 because it's a 0. Okay? Any questions? Okay. So we will not have a new topic anymore today, no? Because there's not much time. I don't want to complicate matters. Anyway, for now, you are all aware of our new new meeting room. Okay. So that will be all for now. Anyway, you study this, no? Okay. And then do your assignment, because we are going to have another, we are going to have another programming, of another computer later, which is the IAS. We need to program old computers, at least 3 or 4 of them, no? Kasi pagkatapos ng IAS, we'll go to IBM, and then we'll also go to DEC. Yung DEC PDP-1, PDP-7. Okay? So let me just finalize the attendance. Is Abellera here? Dennis Atian, are you here? Elijah Nathaniel de los Santos? Dominguito Hans? Vincent Angelo Larisma? Carl Justin Natividad? Jacob Jurich Remolyo? Okay. Any questions? So that will be all for now, no? If you have no questions, we will dismiss the class. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Bye,
for
sir.
coming.
Thank you, sir.
I'll upload the recording, no?
Bye, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.